What is up, everyone? We are back with the number one top new brew in the top five new brews. This is what I'm calling the new crew. Uh, we are revisiting pirates again, but we got a lot of serious upgrades and foundations, which I think is gonna take it over the edge and push it up tier one. Definitely gonna be able to put it up a run, give a run for the money for the mono red decks that are in standard, maybe even the red white aura decks, and we just have a lot of really cool synergies going on with the new pirate cards that we got, as well as some cards from Duskmourn that we didn't really see get tried out in pirates. So let's check it out. So first of all, in the one drop slots, we've got a lot of new one drop pirates. We've got actually a huge plethora of one drop pirates to choose from, but the ones I ended up going with are the Fanatical Firebrand, just a kind of rock star one drop creature that we saw back a long time ago in, I want to say Ravnica, but could be wrong. Maybe it was Ixalan. That would make more sense, probably. But um, yeah, this card is sweet. It's a one drop, 1/1 with haste, and you can also tap it and sacrifice it and deal 1 damage to any target. This was often used to trigger like Spectacle and things like that before, but it sees actually a decent amount of play in older formats because there's a lot of one toughness things that you want to kill, and just having a creature that can also sometimes be removal is pretty useful. And late game, you can even go face with it to kind of finish the opponent off. So the reason I went with this one is because, well, all the reasons I just mentioned, but also mono red and Aura's deck have just a ton of one toughness creatures that you will want to kill, and a lot of times they'll play it on turn one, leave it unattended, and just having a way to like kill it instantly, get it out of the way. You could even try sometimes to wait until they play a pump spell on it and then try to kill it. That's a bit riskier, so I would just say if you can get rid of it like early on when they're tapped out, that's gonna be the way to go. But otherwise, it's still a pirate, still has haste, puts the pressure on, and has a little bit of reach if you need it. So then, second, we got Spectral Sailor. This is another very awesome pirate. Blue for 1/1 flying with flash. So it's evasive flyer for 1 mana. And then mid game for 4 mana, you can draw a card. You'd be surprised how often you get to draw the card with this thing. Basically, in any control matchup, this card is actually really scary for the control player because, uh, while they're kind of like holding up counterspell magic, you can just be drawing cards and not doing anything. So if you're smart, you can really outplay the control player with this card. And then classic Spyglass Siren also makes its way into the deck. Again, a 1 mana evasive creature that creates an artifact map token. You can use that to find lands or to pump your creatures. And artifact will be relevant, so you'll see about that. All right, 2 mana slots. We got Captain Storm, one of the other really good pirates in the set. It's a 2 mana 2/2, and whenever an artifact enters, you put a counter on a creature, on a pirate you control. So you play this down and then play a Spyglass Siren. You're gonna get to pump something, probably pump the siren, but who knows. Um, we're also running 6 artifact removal spells in this deck: Chainsaw and Legion Extruder. Chainsaw I'm really excited about because 2 mana deals 3 damage, and it's an artifact, so it synergizes like we just talked about. And as creatures die, you put counters on it, and then you can equip your creatures with quite a decent amount of damage. So it's gonna even make like your Fanatical Firebrand, your Spectral Sailor, or your Spyglass pretty scary towards the mid to late game when you've got 2 or 3 counters on this thing, and then you start swinging in with like a 4 power creature in the air. All right, and then Legion Extruder only deals 2 damage, but it's also kind of a good win con against control decks because you can turn all of your artifacts that you have sitting around into 3/3 golems. So the opponent has to keep wasting their removal on that. We're also running 4 of the Staunch Crewmate, which is just a pretty decent pirate in the 2-drop. It will pretty much always draw you a card in this deck. You can get a pirate or an artifact from the top 4 cards of your library. So, we can get any of these creatures, these removal, anything like that. So, always a 2 for 1, essentially. All right, and then here's where more of the spice comes in. In the 3 mana slot, we have some Lord creatures for our pirates, which we didn't have before. Adaptive Automaton is a really big one because it's a pirate lord and it's an artifact, so it still triggers your Captain Storm when it enters, and it's going to pump all of your existing pirates, like these guys up here, to get in with evasive damage. Of course, we still have Breaches. Breaches is very, very good. Whenever your pirates attack, you create treasures, artifact to trigger your captain, and target creature can't block you, so you can get past some giant creature the opponent might have, and then exile top card of your library, so kind of pseudo draw. And the other new 3-drop we have Corsair Captain, create a treasure token. Other pirates you control get +1/+1, so another lord, but it also creates a treasure again to trigger your Captain Storm. And having these treasures is also just nice for our equipment here on Chainsaw. Also nice to, sometimes you can ramp out the rest of your hand pretty quickly. You can also use it to help pay for your exiled card with Breaches. So you'll have ways to spend your treasure that you earn. Drawing cards with Spectral Sailor, for example. Just various ways you can spend that mana. And then lastly, I would have liked to run more, but we just have too many 3-drops at this point. But Kitesail Larcenist is a pretty solid pirate creature with removal. So when it enters, turn something into an artifact. And you can do it on your side as well, though usually you don't want to do that unless you need the mana. But typically you make the opponent's creature into an artifact. And because this has ward, it's a little bit hard to kill. And you can use it to like get rid of their Atraxa or something like that for a turn, at least, so that you can swing in. All right, so those are the creatures. Of course, we get to run Cavern of Souls because we're playing all pirates. Almost every card is a pirate. Actually, there's only 6 non-pirates. And then Secluded Courtyard, again, because we're running pirates. And we also have the new Soulstone Sanctuary land, which is a land that will turn into a pirate if you pay 4 mana. So if you have Breaches down, the opponent might think, well, like, okay, you're only swinging in with 1 pirate, but you have Soulstone Sanctuary, so you can swing in for 2 pirates. That's another thing you can spend your mana on, is using it to turn this into a creature. Yeah, so it just seems nice. We'll see how it pans out, but at least I'm pretty sold on the Soulstone Sanctuary card. All right, and that's about it. So that is our new and improved pirate deck, the new crew. We got a lot of new 1-drops, which really helps it out, and a new captain of the ship. So let's see how the new crew does. That's it for the top 5 new brews. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you aren't too disappointed with this number 1. I know that not everyone's a big fan of Is It, but I kind of have a soft spot for pirates. They've always been pretty fun when you get to play them. They're not super linear aggro decks, so there's a little more thought process going on into what you need to sequence. All right, but yeah, the new set will be out probably tomorrow by the time this video uploads. So hope you get to enjoy it. Enjoy some sealed and drafting in the first days. That's always fun. But then get out there and start crafting. Get your decks. Try out some new stuff. Let me know how it turns out in the comments. So until next time, have fun. Have a blessed day, and See ya.